we know what class 1 is? Michael, how do we know if we have a class 1 circuit?
It'll be. Actually, I don't know how that. I know 2 and 3, but I don't know 1.
It's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then it's 1.
Okay, so if it's not 2 or 3.
If you don't know, is it 2 or 3?
Then it's a 1.
And it's a 1.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, there you go. All right, here we go. Now, 725.41 talks about power limited circuits. A class 1 power limited circuit is limited to 30 volts, 1,000 VA. And if that's the case, you still have to use chapter 3 wiring. The only time I ever heard about a class 1 power limited circuit had to do with they were doing testing of jet engines where they would be controlling either the fuel, something, but they were controlling vanes, opening something. In other words, if you're going to try to open and close something and they wanted to get it down to 30 volts, I don't remember race-wise, and they needed 1,000 watts of power, and it was, hey, if it's more than 100 watts of power, guess what? It's going to be class 1. I mean, it's going to be a class 1 circuit because it won't be marked. That power 1,000 VA transformer, not going to be marked class 2. It's class 1. Very rare that you're going to have power limited. So we're going to kind of forget power limited circuits. You with me? And we're going to kind of forget class 3. You guys okay with that?
Yep.
Those are like, that's just not there. So we're really focusing on that on what? Class 1, class 2. But I want you to know what the other ones are. All right. Class 1 remote control. Now, class 1 remote control will be an example right here. Be a motor control. You put a breaker. That's a class 1 remote control circuit right there. Up to 600 volts. Because 725.41b says what? Class 1 remote control and signaling, not much 120 volt signaling, can't exceed 600 volts, and the power source is not limited. You drop a breaker in it, Michael. You put a 12 gauge wire on a 20 amp breaker. There's no limitation on the voltage up to 600 volts. There's no limitation of power. Can you get killed?
Absolutely.
Can you cause a fire?
100%.
Chapter 3 wiring.